What's up everybody, this is Carolina Mike, your host for SharePoint in 60 seconds, where you get the information you need up front, and if you want more gory details, stick around for a step-by-step walkthrough. Today, we're going to show you how to get notified as soon as anything changes inside a document library or even a file within that document library. This also works for lists and list items. Stick around.
I'm a SharePoint expert, play with data extra, careful with my hands cause I gotta use them forward.
Okay, now we're going to show you two things, how to do this at the document library level and at the file level. This also works for lists and list items. So this could take longer than 60 seconds, but we're going to give it a good whirl. Let's get the timer. All right, boom. First thing you're going to do is for the document library level, you're going to go to alert me and you're going to build that alert and you're going to just say, just keep it like that and just say, okay, boom. Like you did it. Now we'll talk about the details later, but we just got it done. But maybe you want to get notified about this particular file. Okay, so then that's cool. We go down here to up here to the gear and we go alert me again. And then boom, we'll talk about the details later, but you just did it. So maybe it was quicker than 60 seconds. Did we hit the mark? Let us know. All right. So now let's pull back a little bit and examine what these options are that you can select and what happens when you turn this feature on or when you use this feature. Before we do that, quick shout out to everyone watching. Y'all, we are so close to 4,000 hours. We are like knocking at the door, and it's all because of you, so thank you. For all you creators out there, you'll know what that 4,000 hours means, so can't thank you enough. And if you haven't already liked and subscribed and hit the bell notification, now's your chance. Go ahead and get that done so you can know as soon as new content is available. So let's get on with it. So alerts in general, these are the old school, I call the old school or classic alerts. They're not necessarily classic, but if you've been working with SharePoint Online since the BPOS days, then you'll know that there have been iterations of the alert functionality, and now you can use rules to do similar things. But alerts is still a thing, and it basically is the simplest, easiest way to get notified as soon as something happens in a list or library or to a list item or a file in a document library. So at the macro level, we've got the library itself. So we're in the library. We want to know as soon as anything happens within this document library. Someone adds a file, removes a file, modifies a file, blah, blah, blah. So make sure you do not have a file selected. That's part 2. So we go to alert me, and now we get to give our alert a title. Now here, this is basically going to send an email to you, and this will be the subject line. You could say, change to t-shirts doc library. There is no doubt about that you're getting this email because there was a change made to this doc library. If you're an admin, you can put other people in here besides yourself. If you're an end user, this makes sense that it just comes to you. Delivery method, and then change type, all changes. It is my understanding that if you go with all changes, you will receive an email even if you make a change to the library. Otherwise, you have new items are added, which speaks for itself. Existing items are modified, so something that's already in there gets changed by someone. Items are deleted. And then we have anything changes. So if it's on all changes and anything changes, my experience in the past has been that I would get an email. That's even when I'm the one that made the change, which is just kind of strange. FYI. So then the other options here, someone else changes a document, someone else changes a document that I created, someone else changes a document that I last touched, or someone changes an item that appears in a particular view. So you can trim it to all of these scenarios. And then you can also say how frequently do you want to receive these notifications. If you're impatient and you want to know right away every time a change is made, then right away, immediately. Otherwise, you can go with a daily summary or a weekly summary. You can even trim it down to the day of the week and the time of day on that day of the week. So it's pretty detailed. So then you would say, okay, I don't need that alert. I'm going to hit cancel. So that explains how to get notified when something happens within the entirety of the library. So now let's go to the micro level, dig a little bit deeper, and we're going to take a look at how do we get notified if something happens with a particular file. So we'll go here, And there we go. And then we will say in the triple dots, we'll go to alert me again. This time the alert will be for the file. You'll notice you have the name of the document library followed by the name of the file. Again, you could say changes to etc, etc. This part's basically the same, except down here you've got just this one grouping. Let me know if anything changes, or someone else changes a document, or someone else changes one that I created or that I last touched or in this particular view. And you can also let SharePoint know when you want to get those updates. Again, I'm going to cancel. I do not need that alert. There you go. Hopefully this helps you get notified. Hopefully this helps you get notified when changes are made in your list libraries and your list items and your files. Until next time, keep doing the best you can with what you got. And remember, SharePoint rocks, and so do you. See you next time.
I'm a SharePoint expert, play with data extra. Careful with my hands, cause I gotta use them for work. Yeah, I'm a big old nerd. I like maple syrup on my pancakes. I don't care what you heard.